he is the editor of Luang Sodh Buddhist Institute and affiliated institution world. He is also the assistant secretary of for your questions. It's better that I prepare answer to your questions first, so that I can make proper and perfect answer to your questions. This the questions and answers with provided by Dr. Bhatt, so that we write like this, and I may read to you, and after that give you the paper.
Okay, thank you.
If you will have additional questions, you can. Okay,
thank you.
For the first question, that could you give us the reason why it is important to make Buddhism the official religion of Thailand? There are two reasons why it is important to make Buddhism the official religion of Thailand. Number one is for the benefit of the world, and number two is for the benefit of Thailand. The reason for the benefit of are that the first reason is the importance of Buddhism, of Buddhist teachings for supporting and sustaining world peace. Buddhist principles are especially effective in discouraging aggressive violence and promoting living together harmoniously. The wisdom of the Dhamma promote peaceful happiness through personal, community, national, and all levels. In brief, there are three teachings. One is to refrain from bad conduct that harms others and leads to disasters. Number two, to do good, living together in a peacefully happy way that fosters social cohesiveness as well as personal contentment. Number three is to purify the mind from the passions which cause sin and suffering. In 1999, the United Nations granted global appreciation to the contributions of Buddhism towards world peace by establishing the day of Vesak, the birth, enlightenment, and passing away of Lord Buddha, which is coming up at the end of this month as a recognized international celebration. In summary, because Buddhist insight is so vital for world peace, we must protect Buddhists from the aggressive attacks and subversion currently being fomented by malevolent force. Number two, for the benefit of Thailand, within Thailand, three main institutions have since antiquity supported each other closely to produce durable and integrated this society: monarchy, Buddhism, and the Thai nations, which means people, culture, and government. If one of these institutions become weak, the others will also deteriorate. Thus, each has provided close support for the others. As the religion of 94% of Thais, Buddhism forms the core foundation underlying Thai culture and social behavior based on the three principles cited above. Buddhism also teaches tolerance, which makes Thailand so pleasant for all cultural groups. The king and royal family are another pillar of Thai society, repeatedly helping the people and government whenever they encounter difficulties, either from enemies abroad or international disturbances. The king has repeatedly helped to solve problems fairly in a most equitable manner. Thus, Buddhism and royalty have worked together to sustain Thai society for a long time. For example, whenever the king has had to fight external enemies, the monks have provided sacred amulets and statues to aid success. Cooperation between Buddhism and royalty has caused Thailand to be a secure, peaceful country far from serious problems that plague other countries, where greedy political leaders fight for power internally and instigate aggression abroad, as well as from historical events like the Crusades, which lasted over 300 years. In summary, Buddhism nurtures social unity where people of various faiths can live together without discord, enjoying both personal fulfillment and meaningful interaction. So long as they do not violate others, they can live together in concord. Peace is the most precious thing that we have. Putting the word into the constitution to make Buddhism the official religion of Thailand should make all of the various cultural groups living in Thailand feel more secure that Thailand will continue to be the harmonious land and smiles that attract the tourists from all over the world. This constitutional commitment will result in more specific laws to protect the general public from aggressive and subversive attacks. In conclusion, for those two reasons, we aim to make sure that Thailand remains secure enough to permit the teaching of the Triple Gem. Buddhism, the royal family, and the Thai nations are now simultaneously under attack by subversive force. These three traditional pillars of Thai society must again cooperate closely to defend Thailand from both external and internal attacks, which have become more and more serious over the past 30 years. Buddhism is the most vulnerable institution, since monks never carry weapons and do not fight back even while others chop off their heads. We need specific law to protect Buddhism from such ill-intentional aggression and subversion. That is why we propose that the new constitution specifically make Buddhism the official religion of Thailand. The question number two, how do you plan to push this campaign? Our campaign will focus on the mind-raising consciousness. This is the Buddhist approach. It is the opposite of the global consumerism consumerism which has engulfed modern society. Inundating it with cravings for more and more physical gadgets and leading them to forget living in accordance with moral precepts. Over the past 20 years, people have become too lax about following the precepts. They become confused and end up suffering. Only think of their immediate short-term desires. We will educate the people to understand and follow the Buddhist teachings. In Thailand, most people are normally Buddhist, but only by registration. They have grown more and more distant from the precepts of practice and the Triple Gems. We will give sermons over the mass media as well as face-to-face training sessions to teach people, as we're doing now, such as students, merchants, the government officials. We will give sermons over the mass media as well as face-to-face training sessions to teach the people, such as students, merchants, the government officials, the proper Buddhist practice which can lead them to a really peacefully and happy life. We will help them to recognize the real benefit of Buddhism here and now, as well as the higher benefit later on. When they come to achieve good personal result in their practice, they will recognize the very rare good luck they have to be born in a Buddhist country like Thailand. They will gain stronger faith and develop the intention to support and protect Buddhism. The question number 3, what kind of support is the campaign receiving? This is a very timely initiative because the Constitution Drafting Committee is currently working on a new constitution, but we are only in the beginning stage. We have to overcome the crass consumerism that has pervaded modern society because the people have grown more distant from moral practice and as observing precepts. Some politicians and members of parliament seem initially reluctant to support our proposition. Some people objected to the monks staging a demonstration, saying that monks should stay in the wat and practice privately. In fact, we did not want to make such a demonstration. We know that it is somewhat improper, but we must protect our religion. Lord Buddha taught that if you were in a very difficult situation, you might have to cut off a limb in order to keep the body alive, and if necessary, to protect Dhamma, we may have to sacrifice life. The Sangha body is now in such a difficult situation. Buddhists are under attack. Buddhists must respond. We can sacrifice our life to preserve the Dhamma. We must practice Dhamma even if it results in our being threatened or injured. The Dhamma must be protected. We plan to seek support within the Constitution Drafting Committee and from powerful social groups such as military, parliament, and the government officials. One very positive indicator is that after our demonstration, General Sodh said that we would feel all right if this word were put into the Constitution, even he is a Muslim. It is widely recognized that Buddhism provides support for a peacefully happy life. Right? To the question number 4, what are your views to worsening problems in the predominantly Muslim South? Do you think the campaign to make Buddhism the official religion could have an impact on the situation there? The escalating problems in the South are most dramatic indicator of the threat of Buddhism and other Thai institutions. Our campaign to make Buddhism the official religion in Thailand will have a differing impact on the various groups in the South. The Buddhists will be very happy about it. Contented Muslims will also be happy. Discontented Muslims may remain neutral, but the radical fringe, of course, will be very actively against it and may use it as an excuse for some more terrorist acts. We look forward to more stable and powerful government to respond to these problems in the future. Okay. To the question number 5, some people say Buddhism should not be married with nationalism because it could lead to conflicts. Comment. As I mentioned above, it is essential that the 3 fundamental institutions of Thai society, Buddhism, the monarchy, and the nation, which means the people, culture, and government, work together to defend Thailand from the imminent threat which originates abroad, but manifests itself both internally and externally. This is not nationalism. This is self-defense. We are under attack and we must respond. Buddhism is a non-violent religion. It may be the only religion that has never supported a religious war. You will not find any history of crusades or similar aggression from Buddhism. It was a horror of war which led King Ashoka of India to convert to Buddhism and become one of the most beloved rulers of all times, extending social development throughout South and Southeast Asia. Buddhism does not foment conflict. If you look today at the countries around the world that we formerly Buddhist countries, you will see that it is after Buddhism was killed off that they have fallen into conflict and fight. This is the danger imminent in Thailand today. Buddhism is in danger of being destroyed in one of the few major Buddhist countries left in the world today. If Buddhists were undermined, then Thailand would fall into conflict. So I think we will hand you the.
Okay, sure.
Okay, so I think.
Uh,
Okay.
Yeah. I have you mentioned it earlier in the response that Buddhism was under attack in Thailand.
Mm-hmm.
Could you tell us what are the forces that are?
I think you know better than I. No need to explain. I'm sure.
Is it materialism maybe, or or different religions? I mean, if you could just be specific. I'm just trying to.
Many ways. Above and underground. I think that's all I should say.
The campaign
Mm-hmm.
to enshrine Buddhism as the official religion
Mm-hmm.
has been sort of come under attack from groups within Thailand too, who say that it may not be a wise thing to do. The papers these days are filled with, reports. Like the English newspapers and in Bangkok are filled with reports saying that maybe this shouldn't be the way to go. These responses are coming from Thai groups themselves, not foreign groups. How do you respond to this? How do you respond to this seeming fuss that people are so against this plan to want to make to enshrine Buddhism as the national language, as the national religion?
You mean that some comment?
Yeah, the comments that are coming out, the comments that are getting prominence in the newspapers appear to side with that this shouldn't be the way. It shouldn't be become a national religion.
There are pro and con comments.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Would you like to know that what is my?
Yes, I would like to. How would you comment to the responses coming from Thai groups themselves that saying that no, we don't think that Buddhism should become an official the official religion. How do you?
Because as I mentioned here, that most of the people, though they are Buddhist, but they don't study deeply to the real benefit of Buddhist practice. They are farther and farther away from Buddhist practice. Therefore, they have less and less faith to the religions, and be extremely more and more to the consumerism rather than to care about Buddhist practice. Therefore, they just think that why the monk have to come. It doesn't make any benefit for Buddhism to be protected. Why we have to protect this way? Because they don't have the strong faith that Buddhism is the most important for the world people's life in leading their life to peaceful and happy life. They don't understand about this. So they don't feel strongly to protect in the direct way by demonstration or something like that. But from our experience, we try to do peacefully before many times, but fail. Because more and more people who did not really appreciate the Buddhist practice leading to the real peacefully happy life, because they don't think about this. They think about just fun for fun. So that's why consumerism be more and more among the Thai people, as well as the other peoples. So they don't care. So what we do, as I mentioned here, that we have to educate the people to understand this.
And that is what prompted you to stage the demonstration.
Demonstration is what we have to do immediately, or otherwise it might be fail at the beginning. So we have to do. If we don't do, it fail from the beginning. Because we have long experience about this. We try to do just propose the paper. We go in group, small group. After we held the meeting, that here is what we want. We hand the proposal to them when they begin to make the new constitution. But fail. Even we try to do peacefully by signing the paper, full of the truck, million of the signature from, many million people. Give this to the parliament, to the constitution drafting committee before. But when they make final decision, no, a few person just support. Besides that, they don't support. So we fail on this. So that's why we have to do. Otherwise, everything will fail. Not only Buddhism, but also monarchy and our nations.
If these protests don't lead to anything, do you have any idea what your next step would be? I mean, if these protests, these stages of demonstrations don't lead anywhere, and the opposition towards making Buddhism the official religion maintains or overwhelms you, what is your next? Do you plan? What will you plan?
Right now, right now I've heard that the important persons in the government, as I mentioned before, General Sodh, who is the commander, chief commander of Royal Thai Army, said that if these be in constitution, it's okay, it doesn't matter. So we feel better, happy. And I've heard the others important persons said the same. So I think if the situation is better, the big demonstration should not be made. But we got to watch carefully and observe what's going on, what should be done to support our proposal to meet success finally. really. And even after that, we have to educate the people more so that they appreciate Buddhism more than this, that Buddhist practice can help them to lead more and more peacefully happy life. And by that way, they will have more faith, stronger faith, to help to protect Buddhism automatically.
There's some people I've spoken to have compared or alluded to the problems in Sri Lanka, where the having an official religion, Buddhism particularly, may have contributed to problems down there. I don't know whether it's true.
I'm sorry.
People have alluded or have tried to compare the situation in Sri Lanka, the troubles in Sri Lanka. Should Thailand adopt an official religion? People who are in favor of being more secular have used the comparison of Sri Lanka, where there are troubles too, as a kind of problem that Thailand could face. Should it go towards making Buddhism the official religion? Do you have a comment on that?
In Sri Lanka?
Yes. I mean, the comparison of Sri Lanka, that Thailand could face a similar problem if they...
You mean to compare the problems in Sri Lanka?
Yes.
I think Thailand have some different culture and different ethnic group. Can I say that way? In Thailand, we don't have such a problems, I think. So I'm not sure that I understand correctly. So I don't have enough knowledge on Sri Lanka, so let's say no comment on that. Okay.
But say if we take countries in Southeast Asia, take Indonesia for example, it is predominantly Muslim.
Who?
Indonesia.
Oh, okay.
Predominantly Muslim. It doesn't have an official religion. Philippines, predominantly Christian, has no official religion. The only country I can think of where they have official religions is Brunei and Malaysia, which both have Islam as the official religion. Brunei is slightly different because it's overwhelmingly one race, mainly Malays. But in place like Malaysia, where there are Muslims and also non-Muslims, the move to establish an official religion clearly today has led to some problems, where people who become Muslims cannot leave the faith, and the state gets involved. In essence, what I'm trying to say is that when religion becomes and when is put into the constitution, politicians tend to use it to further their gains, which is what is happening in Malaysia. It's very close. They use it as a distinction. Do you think this could happen in Thailand?
No,
I mean, if
this is a different situation. The Thailand, the majority, about 94%, are Buddhism. So to make Buddhism official or national religion would be okay. But in other countries where they have many religions of the close amount of the people who in that way it's difficult to make any religion as the official religion, because the people of different faiths have nearly the same amount. So the conflict can happen easily. Moreover, Buddhist people usually are more peaceful than the others. The way they comment or conflicts would not be strong and would not lead to riot or fighting against each other. Or in the other words, we can talk peacefully. We can make understanding among or between Buddhists and others simply or more simple than I think than the other country where the population of each religion are nearly equal. And it seems to be they have strong comment against each other. But in Thailand, it's more peaceful.
So you're basically saying that in a country where 94% the people are really very much are Buddhists,
yes,
there shouldn't be any fuss about making it the official religion, because it's overwhelmingly
right. The problems can occur or made by a very small groups of outsiders. I say outsiders because Muslim, Christian normally be also peaceful. We used to live together peacefully before. As I mentioned here, that the plan or the desire made from outside to stir up the inside to do that. So the Thai people themselves of all religions stay together peacefully before. And especially Buddhist Thai are generous. We receive the others warmly. We never felt something else. But at the present time, just only the outsider plot the plan and stir up the problems in the country, aim at remove or wipe out Buddhism.
Would it be fair to say that, assuming the problems in the South didn't become so bad,
sure,
you wouldn't be pushing this campaign? Say if the South's problems weren't so bad.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Assuming Thailand didn't have a problem in the South between clashes between Muslims and non-Muslims, do you think you would be pushing this campaign, or you wouldn't be pushing this campaign? Would you still go?
The campaign to
have it and Buddhism enshrined as the national religion.
You mean that the way I campaign, or
no? That do you think if there weren't any problems in the south today, would there be
worse,
a need?
Worse in the other part of the country?
Yes. I mean, if there was no problems in the south and Thailand was peaceful, would there be need for
Oh, you mean that the problem in south?
There was no problem.
No problem. Is resolved.
Yeah, it's resolved. Do you think there's a need to say we want to have Buddhism as a national religion?
Yes, I still
believe that.
Yes, because to protect, because the over desires or cravings of the people can happen anytime in the future.
Okay. This campaign, I understand, has been going on for 75 years. I mean, Buddhist groups have always wanted it to be enshrined in the constitution. But I think Thailand has had 13 constitutions so far, and each time it never happened. It happened in 1997 also, I believe, to try and get it enshrined, but that didn't happen. I mean, what is going to make this different? I mean,
I'm sorry, let me...
maybe I should speak slowly.
Okay.
Buddhist groups from the 1930s have always wanted...
1930s, okay.
Always wanted this, the religion to be enshrined as the official religion. But the country has had 13 constitutions so far, 13 I believe, 13 constitutions since 1932. And the last, before this one, 1997 was the last constitution was drafted. And in all those 13 occasions, the constitution that was accepted at the end didn't have Buddhism as the national religion. What do you think will make this time different?
Oh, okay. As I mentioned before, during that time, the subversive plan from outside not show up clearly yet. No one aware about that. Even they began long times ago. Chronically, when the people did not see the problems, they don't have the strong will to make protection of Buddhism from danger. So even I've heard that they try many times to put this word in constitution, but end up with failure. But we still okay during that time. But at the present time, the subversive action be planned and work strongly. We can see such a problem coming so soon, right now, and so serious that we cannot stand still anymore. And we have to be careful. Even we get this word in the Constitution, we have to wake up the Buddhist people to be careful to protect Buddhist religion even in the future, because the plan never ends. It can happen strongly anytime, anywhere in the country. All right.
Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you.
I think. Oh, all right. Okay.
Yes.
So, okay. Did you have lunch already?
Oh yes, yes. I had a late breakfast, so
Okay.
I try to keep to 2 meals a day.
All right. Okay. You got.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Okay.
Please correct 94% at the first page.
Okay.
And General Sonti.
Yes.
Okay, you know that. So that's a page number 3, the last paragraph.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for coming.
Just one more quick question. I mean, the monks who demonstrated, who went to Parliament, did the monks from this abbot go participate in the demonstration too?
You mean abbot?
Yeah, he's asking, did monks from our temple go? I said,
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. You go. We went. Over
Okay.
there. Just once.
Yeah.
On
It's April 25th, I think. Or
Something like
24th,
20
maybe.
what?
24th or 25th?
26.
24th. 25th?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
26 something.
Okay.
Oh, I'm not sure.
All right.
The second day, they begin on 25th,
Yeah. Okay.
26th.
Okay.
We went there.
We went. I see.
All, the monks from all provinces
Okay.
of region 15, including Samut Songkhram, Rajburi, Phetchaburi, Prachuap Khiri Khan, four provinces
Okay.
from, but not all, but some of them.
Yeah.
We think that's enough.
All right. Oh, there's no need to bigger show.
No,
cross.
no. Just to
Just
show
one
that
prayer.
now we come all from all parts of the country. And the first day, they came from the 14 regions. That is Nakhon Pathom, Samut Prakan, Suphanburi, Kanchanaburi. And in the future, if the situation is not better, there might be some others from the other parts of the country to show demonstration. But if necessary, it can be from all over Thailand. All right, thank you.
Thank you so much.
ขอบคุณมากนะหนูสวัสดีจ้ะ